Hello and welcome back to Parkitect Campaign Mode. We have just finished up Maple Meadows. We got both objectives in this scenario pretty easily. And now it's time to move on to the second one, Chanute Airfield. A small airfield has been abandoned and now its land has become available for us. This looks like an ideal spot for an amusement park. If you can work with the limited space, the old airport structures are landmarks and need to be preserved. For this scenario, we're going to need to have at least 250 guests in our park, and our optional is sell at least 400 park tickets and complete all non-optional goals by the end of June year 2. So really we just need to have 250 guests by the end of June year 2, and then we can sell 400 park tickets at our leisure basically. But we're going to go and see if we can get this done fairly quickly. So let's go ahead and jump in. And another quick load, which is fantastic. It looks like we're charging $1. We're going to leave that since we have to sell at least 100 or 400 park tickets. Ratings based on current factors. That's all 50%, so that's fine. Satisfaction 50%. We have $22,000 to start. And it's a nice long airfield. And I'm wondering if this is land that we have to purchase. I don't know where that's at. Overview of attractions, probably not that. Finances, park info. Blueprint, snow, brush, terraforming. Buy land. Alright, so yeah, so we can purchase land over there, we can purchase land over here if we need more space, but I don't think we're gonna. Doesn't need to be that large of a park. But what we do need is to build some food. The game is nice enough to give us a completely enclosed area here, which is fantastic. And source of bad decorating, that's fine. We don't need to be too worried. Oh, I did not pause the game. So let's go ahead and do that. In terms of our attractions, we got the car ride. I imagine that's probably a good ride. Ferris wheel is pretty meh. The plane carousel, I have no idea. Graviton, jumper, twister, wipeout, all decent rides. And then we got junior coaster, mini coaster, and the wild mouse coaster. And a log flume. Log flume's always good. So like last series, we are going to do a lot of building here in pause to get the game started. We'll probably do some food on this side and some food or bathrooms on this side, or maybe we'll do an attraction over here. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I don't think... Oh, we have a lot. We have a cash machine. Does that actually come with an umbrella? It does? Interesting. Customizable shop, though. Those are good. Vending machine, but those just require people to be on the outside, so it's a source of bad show, bad visual. So we have a lot here. What's the... Oh, it says a park map. Not dream. Alright. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and start building. And hopefully it won't take too long here to get something going. We'll strive for maybe 4 rides and a coaster or something like that. We'll probably do, let's see, what were our coasters? The Wild Mouse is probably going to be the easiest, but the mini coaster is the cheapest. So maybe we'll just do the mini coaster to start. We'll see how much money we have, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so we are going to start here by focusing on our shops and stalls, and we decide to go with the custom shops because then we don't have the big things on front that we have to contend with. We also focus on trying to keep the theme the same as the other pieces and the other buildings inside the park already. So these entire first 2 buildings, I completely just steal everything from the other buildings and do the exact same style. And then I just add a few pieces on the sides to kind of make it not so much of a square. I change the elevation a little bit, and I think it looks pretty decent. We add a few pieces in here. We got some sign in the front that says food, because that is what's in there. I think we have burgers and coffee or something like that, something that doesn't necessarily go well together. And then we focus on placing our first attraction. We're going to go with the plane carousel, and once we get our paths in here that we change around a lot, like we change them so many times here, we make sure we close off the view for the guests into that backstage area with just a big brown wooden fence. Nothing too fancy there, but we don't really get too far into that. We kind of finish that for the moment. So then we go over and we add our next 2 shops. I forget to use the custom stall, so we eventually do delete them and put the real stall in for them. And thanks to what was his name? I do this later in the series too, where someone in the last episode, I could not figure out why I had some negative impacting scenery, and it was because of the bathroom. And I want to say his name was Tony, but I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. I do get it right later in the episode, so we'll wait for that just to make sure. But we go ahead and we continue to focus on trying to hide things. We wanted to have a little bit different style building here, so we change up the roof a little bit, kind of make it look like it's an addition to the original building there. And I think it turns out very nice here. We changed the roof around a few times here, but it eventually there, I think we finally just got the one we needed to down here. We do also add a little bit in the front to kind of break it up a little bit, which is very nice. And it resembles the other building on the other side, but it's still different. And then we put souvenirs in front because that has balloons and t-shirts in it, as well as the restrooms. We go ahead and jump in, throw our carousel in. We focus on putting some benches out because people need a place to sit. And then one thing that I really want to do, I want to make sure that all of the queues have a little bit of cover. I also wanted to make sure that there are some green areas in the just scattered throughout the park, just to kind of break up the flat tarmac terrain. So we go ahead, we try and get some flower planters in here. These don't seem to work all that well, and I really wish you could put trees down in the flower plants, but you can't. So we break it up. We do 2 trees, 2 flower plants, with 2 topiaries in there as well, and I think that looks pretty nice. So far it's going pretty good. We still have $14,000 left, which is great news. We go ahead and make some adjustments to our attractions here. We change our paths again, and now we go for a little bit more intense attraction, the jumper. Not too crazy, but we do set it so it runs backwards, I believe, so that's pretty cool. And this one, I wanted to do something that would stick out a little different, so we start adding these covers for the queue, and I think they stick out a little too much personally. They certainly do just fine, but I wanted a little bit of like the scaffolding type look every other one, and then we do the red roof there with it, and you know, it doesn't look bad, but the red's a little too much in my opinion. I probably should have done like a more pastel red than what I went. It actually kind of looks a little bit orange, but you know, I mess around with the fencing on this attraction a lot. You can see I have the border at the bottom, which I found out that I kind of really like the cornice pieces. You'll see that once I put in the twister, but here we are putting in a little bit more greenery to kind of keep it broken up. And do I make a change? I feel like there's some changes I make with some fencing. No, I just go straight for the benches and trash cans, and we are looking good. Now we're going into the twister. Another fairly decent ride. It's not going to make a ton of money, but it will make some. And I had this weird little area in the back, and I was like, what am I going to use this for? And I was like, you know what? I think I can just throw a bathroom back here. We can hide it. And then we can also make it so our staff have another place to enter. And keep that all hidden within this nice little square building. And I was very concerned about the way this square building was going to work. So I try a few different things. And eventually we do come up with something that kind of makes it not look as square. It is certainly a square, by the way, all the way a square. But with the windows that we have, we take out the walls on the one side. I think it's this twister side, yeah. See, we replace them with glass windows, which, I mean, at an airport, you see a lot of glass windows, so it also provides some, we filled that in with paths and whatnot, so, or not paths, with benches, so there's some indoor seating there too for when it rains, which I think is really nice. And this is the part where I figured out, let's use these cornice pieces. They make for a really nice border for some flower pots and stuff like that, so we use that everywhere. We use it a lot in the twister ride. I still see that there's a lot missing on that building, and we come back to that a little bit here, but right now I'm just focused on trying to get just a little bit of cover, some trees in here. And I think I eventually just put in some pavilions in this area. Oh, here we are working on this building. We found out that we have some awnings that we can throw in here, and I also found out that I can just kind of combine these windows and it looks very nice. So that kind of breaks everything up. It's still a square building, but it does the job. It has a restroom in it, which is nice. We did use the pavilions for the twister queue because that breaks it up enough. But again, a lot of red in this area. I wish I would have broken it up a little bit more, but yeah, no, it does the job, I guess. Now we go back and do some work on the fences, and everything is looking good here. So while we're working on the fences, I just want to thank you to all the new subscribers. If you are new watching the Parkitect series, I appreciate you coming over to take a look at my videos. Please feel free to jump in the comments because I love interacting with everyone. I try to interact with every comment that I see, and I'm always looking for suggestions. Don't feel like you can't give me feedback because I will receive it, and try and at least acknowledge it in some way, shape, or form, whether it's in the video or in a comment reply back to you. So also, I hope everyone had a great holiday season. This video is a little late because I have to re-record this because of how busy I have been during the holiday season. So I apologize for that. Most videos will come out on Wednesdays at 11 for this series. But enough of that. Let's take a look. We're actually building our first roller coaster. I know I said I was going to potentially do the mini coaster or the little one, whatever it is. I ended up going with the Wild Mouse coaster because I thought it would fit better in here. I was just going to do a traditional Wild Mouse coaster, and then I found out, you know what, this kind of, I think I can wrap this around like this control tower type thing. So we do all of that. We have some very tight turns. There is a floating area up there, which we can kind of address a little bit later. But we needed something that we can get people through quickly. It's not going to be super, super impressive, but it's still going to look pretty good and it'll fit in a very small, tight area. And this coaster definitely does that. So we eventually end up naming it Test Flight, I believe, or something like that. I don't remember what it was. Test pilot or something, I don't know. We'll see that a little bit later in the video, but when I was building this, I had the idea, alright, so I need some interaction with this coaster, with the station, maybe some of the other buildings. So when we're building the station, we knew we have the block break up above, and I really wanted to interact with that. So we start building the station vertically. We realize that, okay, that other piece that comes up and turns around is going to interact with it too. So we just put some slanted pieces underneath because I didn't really want that to go inside. I thought that would have been a little bit overkill. We got the top pieces in there though. They're definitely going to be inside, which would be nice. Like if the ride did break down for whatever reason, people got stuck up there, like they're not going to be subjected to the weather, which is very, very nice. The other part that I was really struggling to figure out was this little area that I'm working on now with the queue on the outside. I couldn't figure out if I wanted that to be open air, if I wanted that to be closed in, and I think what I decide is I think I leave it like this, actually. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I do leave it like this, and it's half in, half out type thing. We add in some support structures. I just want some trim around the outsides, so we go ahead and put that in. The pillars I found did not work right, the first ones that I was trying. So I went and deleted all of them and then tried one of the rounder pillars, and the round pillars worked much better. I just had to make it so they were a little bit higher than what the top of the building was. So again, I think this ride turned out very nice, but we're not done yet once we complete the station, because I mentioned we had the area above the one building that seemed like it was floating. So that, I was like, you know what, I think we can try and build this into the other building, and we can kind of try and make it mesh and work a little bit. It wouldn't be a realistic style building, but because the coaster is there, it works. boy, I guess eventually we go. There, test pilot, there we go. That is the name of the attraction. We change our paths again, and now you can see, alright, I wanna fill this spot in. We'll just kind of make this whole thing here a little bit different. We got the glass up there, we'll have the walls up to keep that all separated out. Now we have to worry about a big open wall, which we just put some windows in, and then all of a sudden we're heading back to the live portion. So I'll see you there. So we are back here. We have built quite a bit here. We got our first ride, which is the plane carousel. That thing is ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. The jumper also ready to go. So let's go ahead and open that up. The twister ready to go. We will open that up. And I assume the Ferris wheel also ready to go. So we will open that up as well. Now we have our roller coaster here. We built a wild mouse. We called it Test Pilot. And there we go. We got some decent results here. And we'll go ahead and get that open. And we'll see how and if that draws people in. Now, one thing that we do need to do is we need to hire some staff. So we definitely want one janitor. We don't need any more than that. We need a hauler. That makes sense. We should have a mechanic. And I am going to do a security guard as well. And you know what? No, we're not going to. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that is. Zones, we're not going to worry about zones yet. We have we have souvenirs and the bathrooms over here that you kind of see through the windows. There is a depot over here, so they don't have to carry stuff around out in the back here. We have our food on this side, which they can just carry stuff directly to, which is probably what they're doing first now. We also have another small bathroom over here with a little entryway for our staff members to be able to get through here. And I really like, there's a lot of red here, but it kind of breaks it up. We got the nice little awning here for coverage. We got some seating inside here, which is fine, and we're looking pretty decent. Test pilot, I do like the way this looks. We do need to get some benches in here because I forgot to do that. That's been out of stock for 10 minutes. We know that. We'll only do one there. One every other bit. Right. Why can't I place this here? Oh, because I don't have to add them. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I didn't put the fence down. That's what we need to do. What kind of fence? What was I using here? Oh, it just has a little basic fence hidden in here to kind of break it up a little bit, which is fine. And then we'll throw in our benches. That should be fine. We will also need to get some trash bins. We've been using these, and these are quite nice. We'll just throw some on the side just to kind of break it up a little bit. Some lamp posts. That's not gonna work. That's fine now. Honestly, probably just throw one there and it'll be all good. And we're looking pretty good here. We're not making any money. A little concerning, but you know, what are we gonna do? We don't have a lot of people in the park, so. So we need to hopefully get some more people in the park. It'd be nice if our hauler would do something. There he is. Going to the coffee shop. So that should help a lot as well. We're already at 89 guests in our park. And you know, honestly, I think we're probably going to do pretty well here. What are our objectives? I forgot already. Sell at least 400 park tickets. We've kept everyone in the park because it just opened. We get $5,000 for doing that, which is pretty amazing. And honestly, everything's looking pretty nice here. I'm pretty happy with the way the park's going. If we take a look at our decoration, really not anything. We covered up our bathroom stall, which, if I haven't mentioned it in the live stream, that was brought up to me by a couple people here. Ooh, we got the Star Flyer. That's pretty amazing. Let me see if I can find their names here quick. But yeah, they told me last video I was struggling to find out why I was getting penalized for some bad scenery over in one area of my park, and it was because I didn't put my bathroom in a good location. So that makes sense, and it looks like it was Tony Douglas was the one that mentioned that to me. So shout out to Tony. Thank you so much for giving me that information, because I certainly was struggling on it. But geez, we still don't have people. We don't have a lot of rain protection either. But it is a runway, so I'm not super concerned about it. Our trash, that lamppost is broken, that's fine. We only have one vandal in the park. We are looking pretty decent still, though. I mean, we're losing money, but again, it's because these shops are out of stock. So it might be worth just hire another hauler, and you know what, we'll probably, you know what, let's just put him here. We'll probably just, okay, he's just gonna walk all the way back, that's fine. The Ferris wheel doing its job here. Let's take a look and see what we got. I'm going something a bit more intense, so let's go ahead and increase this to $2 and see if we can start making some money there. Really good deal. Oh, we can't have that. We cannot have that. We're gonna go straight to 5. That is probably way too much, but I am not concerned about that at all. Really good deal for the plane carousel, so let's just jump to $3.50. The kangaroo, I feel like that's probably a real good deal as well. jumper, whatever the heck it's called. It's not there, so let's, oh, it is already there, but we're gonna do 350 as well, just to kind of see if we can start making some money. And Twister, probably about the same thing, so we'll just boost him up 50 cents as well. You can see our hauler really security Teresa West. We're looking pretty good. I would really like to get these shops open. Is he a guest? He is a guest. How did he get back here? Can I toggle scenery? Night scenery. Sign, no entry for guests. No entry for guests, so that should help with that. I don't know why that was there. So they're delivering cups to customizable shop. Okay, so they have cups. They're still out of stock. How do I tell if deliver sugar? Holy cow, it takes forever for them to fill up stuff. We don't think we need to see this anymore, so wow. Yeah, we're starting to bring it back. Alright, we got something selling. We got another souvenir shop that is selling over here, which is great, and that's probably because he is our hauler can just be right there. And he's probably going to start coming back here and helping to fill out these guys over here. And, oh man, the park is filling up fast. We're already at 153. Oh, what's this notification? Someone on the radio mentioned Ferris wheel. The ride will have an increase in customers for a time. That's exciting. That's a cool little feature I didn't notice before. Do I click on this? How do I get that to go away? Oh, I can click on that. That didn't go away though, so that clearly was not the right answer. Honestly, I think we might just be able to fast forward here a little bit. I don't think we're going to have too much that we need to do. And the way we're starting to sell some things, we got another food shop open. He's been out of stock for 20 minutes, and all of a sudden he's in stock. So let's make some money now. Our profits. Oh, I wish I could move my mouse over that. I think we're gonna make money. I don't think we need too much to worry about here. This is apparently only the monthly that we have going on. So I think we're doing all right here. We still have people creeping in. The wild mouse, or as we call it, can I rename this? There's a shortage of ride parts. Safety will suffer. That's not good. I don't think it's going to matter though. Safety will suffer. How do I rename this? Oh, there's literally in there. Alright, let's get, we need to get, well, not Z. Test pilot in here. I imagine this is probably the ride that everyone is here for. Once again, Wild Mouse, Test Pilot is awesome. Yeah, I like how it keeps the original name. which is fantastic. Probably noticed I did have this originally going through a lot faster, but I chose to slow it down a little bit. We also could probably, that's never a right button, but I always hit it. Probably just kind of bump, oh, okay. If we do 10 seconds, I'm afraid that might start stacking in the back here. You know what? That's fine. I'd rather it stack here than up anywhere else, like over here in the back, so. And it's not always stacking, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Let's take a look at our revenue again. You can see we are making money on the twister. We are making money on the jumper. But that's actually come down a little bit, which is very interesting. Is this set up correctly? It is not. So let's go ahead and do full ride here. The plane carousel, making good money, $91. Make sure he is also set up. He is set up correctly. And the twister, I know we already looked at him, but we have now set him up correctly. The Ferris wheel, I don't think we have too much. We do have some vandals in the park here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. We're gonna ban him from the park. Jordan, you have two first names, you have two last names, you have two of the same name. Jordan, get the hell out of the park. We don't need your kind in here. So, fortunately, we need some security. Let's go ahead. Let's get some. We'll hire one. We'll hire two. And that should bring it in. And we started losing some people here all of a sudden. All the vandals have left the park. That is fantastic news. It's starting to rain. That's not good news. Our mechanic probably has his hands full at the moment. But he did get Jumper back up. And I don't know where he's at. Where is our mechanic at? There he is. Where's he going? He's just kind of wandering around here. Going to take a look at the Ferris wheel. Let's go ahead and hire another janitor because there's a lot going on over here, and I think we can spare the money at the moment. So 187. We're hovering just shy of what we need, which makes me think that, you know, I might need to build one more attraction to get us to the 200. Oh, it's 250. I thought it was 200, so it's good I checked that. But I think we're doing just fine. Our food's out of stock. That's never a good thing. So I think what we'll do, like last episode, we will jump into a time lapse and we will see where we end up. Hopefully I can finish. I'll probably only look to add maybe 2 attractions. And then let's actually take a look and see what attractions we are going to add. Enterprise is definitely one that I'm interested in. I am also interested in the Star Flyer. So we will probably put both of those in these 2 areas and go from there. Actually, I think I only have enough money for one of them. So we're going to do the Star Flyer because that one seems more interesting to me. So let's jump into the time lapse, and I will. Oh wait, one quick thing: shortage of ride parts, safety suffered. Yeah, it's gonna happen. people are still riding the Ferris wheel, so whatever. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into their time lapse and get the Star Flyer. Holy moly, this thing's huge. So this one ends up being a little bit shorter time lapse because we don't have all that much to do, and it's pretty all straightforward. We just work on the Star Flyer and adding some scenery to make it kind of fit in with the rest of the park. But I do want to give you a quick update. It has been, excuse me, very busy at my real job, which is why this build is coming out late, which is also going to impact the Planet Coaster build. Unfortunately, that's going to not be on time as well, so I apologize for that, but we're pretty much ending on this, so I will see you back in the live portion. Alright, we are very close to getting our objective here, and once again, we need one guest, and I'm looking for a specific fence. This one should do. Alright, yeah, one guest is what we're looking for here. And considering I just got a gift from the game, there we go. We have just completed having 250 guests in our park by the end of year 2, which means complete all non-optional goals by the end of June year 2. Hey, and we got some confetti. The only thing we don't have, if we have 285 park tickets that we've sold, so that means we have a little bit more that we need to sell, which is just fine. You know what? So we'll jump back into the time lapse because we are going to try and complete this fully, and hopefully I'll see you once we complete it. It'll probably sneak up on me. I probably won't even realize it. So just be aware. Alright, so we just have a little bit we need to do here to get 400 people into our park, or through our front gate. Doesn't even need to be in our park. So we pretty much are just gonna tidy this attraction up, add in some extra benches, and then we go ahead and add in the junior roller coaster. I was going to add the mini coaster, which you're about to see here, but I did not like the type of coaster that was, like the options that I had to build with it, so we go for the mini coaster, and we kind of do like a non-traditional mini coaster. It's based off airtime instead of anything else. So again, we're not too far off from completing our goal here, so I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I'll see you in the live portion. Hey, would you look at that? We'll go ahead and complete this coaster, but we're not going to add any scenery to it. We completed the scenario in full. No surprise there, with 318 guests. The G-Lock is now available. That's interesting. But yeah, so I mean, we don't really have all that much we need to do here. Let's see. Yeah, we just got a few things we gotta finish off here, and it's just gonna be a bunch of bunny hills, which is fine for me. So we'll go ahead and finish it up, and we'll call it a game. And there we go. We got our junior coaster testing here. We'll see what kind of excitement we pull out from it. I honestly probably should have had a block break there. if nothing else, just to add a little bit of speed and separation from them. But we are looking pretty good. I actually think this might have decent stats because it's got some crazy air time all the way through. So interesting to see what we're just gonna open it up and see. People, yeah, definitely already riding it. Starflyer's broken down, but it's still going up there, so that's fine. We probably need to adjust this a little bit. Honestly, probably 20 seconds for that. And we're going to want it to wait for a full load. And we should start making some money on this. I feel like that's not... Oh, outdated values, yes. So we'll just go ahead and keep testing it for now. Biggest drop is 41.8 feet. So I mean, it's a fairly tall kiddie coaster. The idea was this was going to be a like a little fly-through thing, but you know, this person. What's this person do? Oh, it's mechanic. Mechanic, you're fixing things. I like it. Well, it's really all not that much better. So, yeah, interesting. A group of vandals is roaming the park. There are 3 vandals remaining. Consider hiring more. No thanks. I think we're done. I do want to see if I can spot one. Doesn't look like it though. Can I click in your balloon? Oh, I can click in your balloon. That's fun. Yeah, this was a good scenario. I enjoyed this. It's a nice follow up to the first one. Kind of gives you the constraints of the land by being awkwardly shaped, which I think is cool. And it makes it not that much difficult, but it does make you have to plan a little bit. Ooh, sorry, I just bumped my mic. And yeah, I think we got some cool rides in here. We got a cool Wild Mouse coaster in here. It floats a little bit here, but you know, that's what this is for, I guess. I'm not too concerned about it. We also got this cool little kiddie coaster that's full of airtime and all kinds of fun stuff. So again, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you saw something I could have done better, or maybe I still need to learn, or you have some tips for me, make sure you leave in the comment section. And if you want to find some more awesome Parkitect content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. We have currently Parkitect videos every week. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.